So, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how this one word can improve your writing drastically. It doesn't matter if you write fiction, non-fiction, whether you're a YouTube script writer, copywriter, anything. I'll show you how you can apply it to every case. So, let me show you how it works. Let's write a short story together, okay? This is how a story starts. There's a rich kid. He goes to the school of rich kids. His parents are millionaires. He grows up, starts a $1 million business. He has a big mansion, parties, drinks, all that standard stuff. So, pretty normal, boring story, right? But what if we go back and add one word to this? Let's go back to the start. So, there's a rich kid. He goes to this school of rich kids. His parents are millionaires. But one day, when he's returning home with his parents after watching a movie, his parents get shot and then they die. So now he wants to avenge his parents' death. He wants to get revenge, but the problem is he has no fighting experience, he isn't powerful, he has no skills. So he spends the next 7 years traveling the world, training in combat and exploring the criminal underworld to understand how criminals think and how to defeat them. But his mentor, who taught him how to fight, how to be powerful, the same mentor and his group, they want to destroy his city. So he leaves the group and returns to his city to save it. And just like that, we Loki have the plot of Batman by adding a couple of buts at key points. Now let's write another short story using the same formula. So let's say there's a small town in Europe. There's this group of three friends in the town. They go to school, they do their tasks, they live a pretty normal life. So pretty basic stuff, right? But let's go back and add a but in the story. So there's a small town in Europe, but the town is not normal. It's surrounded by giant walls on all sides. There's this group of three friends in the town. They go to school, they live their normal lives, but one day their town is attacked by these giants who destroy the walls and destroy their town. Most of the kids and other people in the town they manage to escape, but one of the kids' mom she gets eaten by one of these giants. So now the kid vows to avenge her death and to kill all the giants. And just like that, you have the core plot of Attack on Titan. The reason this word but is so powerful in writing is because it introduces tension, conflict, or a problem in the story. So everything is going smooth, the reader thinks he knows what's coming next, and that's when you hit them with a but. You'll find this same technique is used in movies, TV shows, comics, South Park, Rick and Morty, and almost every piece of fiction. So using but in fiction seems quite easy, but if you're a YouTube script writer or if you're a copywriter who doesn't write fiction, who writes sales pages, YouTube scripts and emails, how can you use this technique to improve your writing? Here's how. Let's say you're writing a YouTube script for a video about how to build a six-figure business from scratch. So let's say there are three key steps in the body section of your script. Step 1 is to pick your niche, step 2 is to build a product that solves a problem in the niche, and step 3 is to build an audience or get your product in front of the right people so they can buy it. So you can either write the script in a bland way by just listing out step 1 is this, step 2 is this, step 3 is this, which will feel like an info dump, or you can use the but as a transition between the steps. So let's say you told them that step 1 is to pick your niche. After that, instead of directly saying that step 2 is this, you can open a loop or give them the reason why step 2 is important by using a but statement. So something like, we have completed step 1 and picked our niche, but now the next step is even more crucial because if you get this wrong, your business will never grow past a certain point. And getting this step right is the difference between building a business that easily makes 20 to 30K every month and one that struggles to make a few hundred. So now you have the audience attention again. You have rehooked the audience. You have told them why they need to pay attention to this next section. Why is it important? You have opened a loop and you have created conflict by using but. Or if you're a copywriter and you write sales pages, then this is even easier. If you've watched any of these videos on my channel, you would know that there are three key elements in almost every sales page. There's a promise, a problem, and a solution. The promise is what your product or service delivers. It's your offer. For example, something like lose 10 kilos in 10 weeks. That's the promise. The problem is what's stopping the reader from achieving this outcome. So something like they don't have access to the right info or they don't know how to diet, how to exercise. And the solution is how your product or your service solves this problem and gives them the outcome. So between the promise and problem section is where you insert your buts. So you can start with the headline, you can show them what they will be able to achieve. You can paint the dream state, give them a glimpse of their future, and then you hit them with the but and introduce the problem. Similarly, while transitioning from the problem to the solution section, you can use another but statement. So next time you're writing, make an outline and see where you can stick buts and introduce some conflict, tension, or open loops to spice up your writing and keep the reader reading.